Okay, welcome back. This is the third video on piano theory. And we're on the back, page 2B, which is on the back of the piano theory sheets, the two sheets. And last time we learned about, actually we played the half step game, and then we learned about going up whole steps. And we said to go up a whole step, you basically, if I start on this one here, a whole step is made up of two half steps, as it says down here in the bottom. When traveling up or down a whole step, skip the first half step and land on the second. Show your skip. Whenever you do a whole step, you point out where you're going to start, and you're going to be skipping the first half step. So that's why you're going to say skip out loud and move to the second one. Watch. Go up a whole step. Skip. You end up here. Go up a whole step. Skip. You end up here. Go down a whole step. Skip. You end up here. Go lower a whole step. Skip. You end up here. Okay? All right. Today we're going to be learning a little bit more about sharping and flatting and in the musical alphabet. Okay? So let's start with number 4. It says here it's got the hashtag symbol. So a sharp moves a musical note a half step higher. And we know that already. A sharp moves, that's the symbol, moves a musical note one half step higher. So let's take a look. Up here we have a series of letters that are on here. Hopefully you haven't accidentally filled in all the other letters, because that has nothing to do with what we're going to be doing on this keyboard. If you have, you should erase all those letters you put up there. You may have been thinking you were being proactive on doing that you were trying to get ahead of the game, but no, we don't want to label. We only want to label up here what we're being asked to label, and we're not being asked to label anything just yet. So stop the video if you've done that and erase all those letters. All right, so now when we sharp something, if I'm starting on G here and I sharp it, I'm going to end up on this black key. So we're going to call that black key G sharp. G with a sharp. Because I started on G and I sharped it, that means that particular black key is G sharp. I want you on your own, not now, because on your own, you're going to do the same thing with all these other letters here. D, you're going to sharp it. Then you're going to label it. A, you're going to sharp it. C, you're going to sharp it. I am going to do one with you because it's a little different and I don't want you to get confused, and that is the B one. Watch what happens when I sharp the B. B, sharp it. I end up on this white key here. That's right. White keys can also be called sharps. So I'm doing that one for you. The rest you should do on your own. All right. Now we're going to move on with number 5. A, here's the symbol, A flat. Moves a musical note one half step lower. I'm going to help you with the first one. We're going to point once again at the G. You're going to be flatting all the letters that are written here, pre-printed on there. You're going to flat those, the only ones you're going to flat. So when I point at G and I flat it, that means I bring it a half step down to the left. That will become G flat. Remember, the reason we are using capital letters is because of, just like I did G flat, you're going to do D flat, A flat, C flat, B flat, and F flat. Now notice here that with the B, we have a capital letter. If we were to use a small letter and put a B, a flat next to it, it would look like two flats in a row. That's why we always use capital letters. Remember that. Okay, I'm going to do one more of these. You're going to flat. You've already sharped all the D's and the A's and the C's, all these. Now you're going to flat them. Okay, but I'm going to do one with you. It's a little tricky, and I want to show you what happens when you flat something. Okay, C, flat it. It ends up here. It's a white key. Yes, that's right. When you flat, sometimes you end up on white keys. Not only black keys aren't the only ones that can be flatted or sharped. So you're going to do the rest on your own. Now let's move on to the next one. 6. It's an X, double sharp. X is the symbol for a double sharp. Moves a musical note one whole step higher. So let's go back to the G again. If I want to double sharp it, remember, whenever you go up a whole step, which is double sharping is up a whole step, you have to skip the next half step and you say it out loud. So watch as I go to G, I point at G, go double sharp it, skip, and I end up here. I know it's a white key, but that is now, since we've double sharped it, a G, X. You're going to do the same thing with the D, with the A, with the B, and with the F. I am going to do one to show you something that you're going to run into so that you are not confused about it. Okay? I'm going to do the A for you. So I'm pointing at A, double sharp it. I end up on the same key that the C flat is on. That's right. That's why we write the C flat at the bottom. The very first one we put on there, we label at the bottom because there could be others that we're going to be putting up here. So once again, A, double sharp it. Skip. A with an X. Now you're going to find that there are some of these keys as you move ahead that you may actually have 3 labels when you're done here. And that is not wrong. If you did everything correctly, that's probably going to be the case, that you're going to end up with. Okay. All right. So do those double sharp, all the original ones pre-printed, G, D, A, C, B, and F. Okay. And finally, a double flat. Yes, it's symbol for a double flat is 2 flats. So a double flat moves a musical note one whole step lower. Now, just to show you here, over to the right here, I'm just going to show you something. If you're going to be flatting B, right? But if you were to use a small B and then you were to double flat it, it would look like 3 flats. That's why we always, see, it looks like B flat, and if I do a bubble flat, it looks B double flat. It doesn't look like this. That's why we always use capital letters. Just remember that. You are going to be flatting and double flatting B's, so just keep that in mind. All right? So, a double flat moves a musical note one whole step lower. So I'm going to do the G for you. G. Double flat it. Skip. And I go down to here. That's going to be G double flat. You should be able at this point to do all the others on your own. Okay, and when you're done finishing that up, you'll be done with this whole page. And you should take a picture of it and upload it, because this is actually an assignment you're going to be, like the other one, that you're going to be graded on, having completed it correctly on your own and by the due date. And after this, we'll be continuing on with another assignment after this. Good luck.